Hi everyone, welcome to Inside the Four Walls Live. Superstar Eddie Betts joins us for this edition. Eddie, great to have you with us ahead of what is hopefully going to be your 500th goal in the AFL. That's a major milestone. How do you feel about it?
Thanks for having me. I don't really think about it a lot. You want to go out there and just play footy and enjoy playing footy, and the goals will come after. But I've been told a lot about it in the last 2 weeks, and I've got to stop thinking about it, because on the weekend I was thinking about it a little bit, and I didn't end up getting it. So we'll see what happens this week. Yeah,
next time round. 499 goals, obviously a lot to remember. Do you remember them all, or what are the standouts for you?
I don't think I remember them all, but there's a couple that stand out. I won goal of the year 3 times. So first was against Collingwood in 2006, I think it was. The third was against Fremantle in Indigenous round 2 years ago, and the last one was last year's Indigenous round against GW West. So I think those 3 stand out the most.
Yeah, Indigenous round has provided special things when it comes to you. Have you got something in store for this year?
Yeah, it's quite ironic how it happened. The last 2 years in Indigenous round, I've won goal of the year back to back in the same pocket down on the left-hand side, just different type of goals. So my message before the game, I'm going to get up and all the boys in front of me, I'm going to say, if I'm in that pocket, kick me the bloody ball.
That sounds fair enough. You're equally skillful on both feet. Is that something that was just intrinsic in you, or something you've worked on over time, or has there been a coach in particular that's helped you develop that?
No, not really. Just, I grew up with all my older cousins, and there's about 14 boys, and they're all older than me. So we'd play footy in the front yard and in the backyard, and I was the smallest, so I had to learn the hard way and to try kick on the left and try kick on the right, and that's basically really how I learnt, was through my older cousins. What
about the high marking? Is that a similar story?
It is a similar story, because when you're in the backyard, and growing up being an Adelaide Crows fan, if you think of Tony Modra and you're running around the backyard saying Modra, and we always love to take speckies, and as a junior you always want to take speckies, but when you get to the senior level and you start playing AFL footy, or even in the under 18s, you're a smaller guy, so your role becomes different. You have to try crumb the ball on the ground instead of go for the high marks. You let the tors do that, but if there's an opportunity to go and have a crack, I won't shy away from it.
Now, if we look at the goals that you've scored each season in your time at the Crows, 51, 63, 75. So you're improving with age. What are we going to be looking at this season? No pressure.
There's no pressure. I've just got to keep playing well. I've just got to keep playing the team role, I guess, and that's what I did the last 3 years. I've played, my role in the team, which is putting the pressure on, getting to the feet of the big guys, and some days they fall for you and you get it in your lap, and you can kick a bag, and other days they don't. So what are we looking at? We've got 51, 63, 75. So what do you think I need to get this week?
Early 80s at least.
80s, all right. We'll see how we go.
Come on. Now, you talk about a team game as well, and some of the Indigenous boys that you are very close to and have mentored along the way. You must be just loving watching how they're developing in the senior team at the moment.
Yeah, it's weird, because I'm 10 years older than these boys, and I feel like a father figure to them, and I'm so proud and happy to see the way that they develop. Not only, if you look at Charlie on field, he's developed, but what you guys probably don't see is off field as well. Mm-hmm. He's taken a real leadership role within the group, and he's been fantastic. And I said at the end of last year on radio actually that I said my vision is to put Wayne Milera and Charlie Cameron up on a wing and in the midfield and give them that space. And they love to see what they're doing now with all that space, because when Charlie gets the ball, no one can catch him. When Wayne gets the ball, no one can catch him. It's fantastic to see. And Curtly Hampton in the midfield, he adds something unique to our midfield, because he's got a lot of grunt, and he loves to take players on, and it's fantastic what he's doing in there with the opportunity that he's been given this year.
Yeah, they're absolutely electric. It's amazing to watch. You talk about being a father figure for them, but you do have your own kids as well. Yes. Louis and Billy, and you recently posted some vision of, a goal being kicked to Adelaide Oval. Can you talk us through it?
Me and Louis, we had a routine since You know, Louis could walk. He would come into the change rooms with me before the games, and he would go up. He'd be high-fiving the boys, eating like the lollies, and then we'll go up on the oval, watch the curtain raiser, and then have a little kick. And now Billy's getting a bit older. He's starting to becoming that routine as well. So we had a kick on the oval, and Billy went to tackle Louis, and Louis like just palmed his little brother off. Billy hit the ground. Louis did a left foot little dribble along the ground, and it went through. But yeah, he's loving it, Billy and Louis, actually, to come in the rooms. They don't know, I guess they don't know how lucky they are to have that opportunity.
I was going to ask you that, because that is just amazing.
They think it's normal, which for every other kid it's not, where they can, you know, come to Adelaide Oval with their dad, come into the change rooms, watch everyone get ready, even go out on the oval before the game. And then he's excited to go to the creche because he knows all his friends are in the creche. So like, Dad, he's had his kick, let's go to the creche now, take me to the creche. And then they're down in the rooms after the change rooms, you know, kicking the footy around. Billy just getting bowled over by all the kids. So it's a great feeling down there with all the kids running around.
All right, wonderful talking to you. Thanks for your time today, Eddie.
Thank you.
And all the best this weekend, 500.
Yeah, I've got to go in Tassie and kick it. I might just handball them all off and wait back for Adelaide Oval so we can get all the fans there again and come tune you on.
And just a reminder to you at home that we will be live at 5:55 tomorrow for Team Selection Live. Make sure you tune in.